one of the nicest tools that I have bought more recently has been this table. It folds up. Eventually it'll wheel right into my closet. It's just so nice and handy to have when you need a nice sanitary workspace. It's wonderful. All right, let's get these ring gear bolts off. The big Ugga Dugga. Perfect. We'll clean this up. I should have marked. Yeah, I screwed up. I should have marked where this was on there. I don't know how much it really matters. Technically, this carrier is supposed to be true. But I should have paint marked this, but I didn't. Is what it is. But for anybody watching that wants to critique, if you're doing this the correct way, you take a paint marker and you mark your carrier, or you take a chisel and you mark your carrier and your ring gear so you can line them up. Whatever. So, now, it's going to slide out like that. And these guys will rotate around right like this. And then pop out just like that. Alright, then these side gears come out. I'll leave the washers on these. Shims, spacers, whatever you want to call them. So it's got one there. Okay. Now, I'm going to take this over and parts wash this out one more time. And then brake clean it off real good. You know, that Jeep has 200,000 miles on it. I want to show you guys something. That's a Toyota 8-inch with 100,000. This is, I'm wondering if this axle was replaced. Considerably cleaner. Also, to note, Dana 30, Toyota 8-inch. Oh my god, he's a Toyota fan. No, well, kind of. I'm building Toyota axles to go in a Suzuki Samurai that's going to have an LS in it and run 37s to compete in some off-road rallies and the Line Mountain Challenge here in Pennsylvania. And potentially some very entry-level Ultra 4 stuff. But I mean, look at that size difference. I mean, that guy is just tiny. We've got a cool diffs, right? I'm going to clean these bolts off. Parts washer with the ring gear while we're doing this. So, if those don't fit, those do. So these would be adapters for a Dana 44. I guess. Or something like that. Look at that. Perfect. Alright, so I got these little pins installed now. So these guys will feed in here. Of course they don't. So I guess what we have to do is pull those pins out. At least on the one side, right? And put that in. What if we stand this up, pull that out, push that in. That should go right in there, perfect. And that can lay back down. Oops. Okay. No, wait. Yeah, that goes like that. Okay, and then that guy is gonna go like this and in. Shit. Let's check our splines before we go too far. Alright, we're good. I've been burned by that before. I don't really feel like wrestling with this just to get it in. To figure out I screwed up. That hurts. Okay, so now... Okay, here's that. So now this one, okay, hang on. So this one here needs to have this pin put in. So we're gonna press that down and push that pin in. That'll hold that guy down. Okay, now we can get this guy into position, right like that. Wonderful. And then, oh no, that one fell out. See, this is just silly. Silly, silly, silly. Shit. Alright, so we have the pins in both of these. Alright, we gotta compress this guy again. Ouch. Think smarter. Alright, let's try to compress it again. Okay. Got it compressed. So now, let's push this. Got it compressed and rotate it. Oh shit, see? Just getting got real bad by it. Press it up. Press it up. Rotate it. Nice, right there. Right there. Okay. There we go. Now we got this one out right here. So we're going to take this, put it in there. This isn't even instructional anymore, by the way, guys. I'm literally just talking to myself to keep myself from going insane. And the glove stuck. That was cool. Now we're going to put us back in here. Oh, good, that was this down one, so we'll just press that down. That's an easy one to fix, right? Perfect. Okay, so let's rotate that against that stop. Pick this guy up and rotate that right there. Now, what we should be able to do, pull that out, pull this out, this out. See, it's the last one. It always gets you with one. Pull this out. Really? Now we can pull it out. Yeah, there. Okay, and we're gonna rotate this like this. Ha ha! Look at that. Wonderful. Now we're locked, boys and girls. Let's just use that one then. Chinese part clearly had one problem. Alright. I don't really want to use that. Right. Let's see here. Let's walk away gently and grab some pin. Wonderful. Dry drive that in. Stupid. Oops. There it is. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna leave this sit here now. I have soccer practice with my daughter tonight. Yeah, I got soccer practice with her. So we're going to do that.